So I would like to share with you The Strain. It's written by Chuck Hogan and also created by Guillermo del Toro, if you're familiar with his works. This is a horror mystery book, and I don't read a lot of horror, and you're going to find out why as I talk to you about this. But I have to share this with you, especially because, like I said, it's going to be a TV show, so I'm sure you've heard about this. So the book opens with a that has gone completely dark. Like it lands on the runway and then lights go off, electrons go off, just pure silence, and no one knows what's happening. And soon this like deadly virus type thing starts transmitting and going around throughout the city. We have a lot of main characters in here. There's the main characters, if I had to choose like a couple to follow, would be one called Ephraim and Nora, another one called Nora, who are part of the CDC and get called in to sort of investigate what's happening. But you really do also like travel around to a whole bunch of different characters throughout this book, and it's all looking at the like contagion that is spreading throughout. For me, it was super difficult because I don't read a lot of horror, and there's like these, as you can see in the picture, like these gross, disgusting worms everywhere. There's these weird like tentacle things that shoot out of people's mouths, but there's something very like vampiric about the contagion that's happening in the city. So if you like to be super gross and creeped out and stories, pick up The Strain. I'm going to read you a very short passage, and it happens about 20-30 pages in, and it's at the point where the airplane at the start of the book has landed, the lights are out, and no one knows what's happening, and a baggage check woman gets sent to see, like, what's the deal, what's happening on this plane. So the Lorenza, the woman, goes up to the plane, and it begins. That was strange. She was spooked now, majorly spooked. Dwarfed by a massive $250 million, 383-ton flying machine, she had a fleeting yet palpable and cold sensation of standing in the presence of a dragon-like beast. A sleeping demon, only pretending to be asleep, yet capable at any moment of opening its eyes and its terrible mouth. An electrically psychic moment, a chill running through her with the force of a reverse orgasm, everything tightening, knotting up. Then she noticed that one of the shades was up now. The fine hairs went so prickly on the back of her neck. She put her hand there to console them, like soothing a jumpy pet. She had missed seeing that shade before. It had always been up, always. Maybe? Inside the plane, the darkness stirred, and Lo felt as if something were observing her from within. She whimpered, just like a child, but couldn't help it. She was paralyzed, a throbbing rush of blood rising as though commanded, tightened her throat. And she understood it then, unequivocally. Something in there was going to eat her. The gusting wind started up again, as though it had never paused, and Lo didn't need any more prompting. She backed down the ramp and jumped inside her conveyor, putting it in reverse with the alert beeping and her ramp still up. The crunchy noise was one of the blue taxiway lights beneath her treads as she sped away, half on and half off the grass, toward the approaching lights of a dozen emergency vehicles. And that's just the beginning of the book. So if you want a chilling yet gruesome journey, if you're into horror, pick up The Strain, and also check out the TV show as well.